So I'm a big believer that the universe has my back, Gabby Bernstein style. But I also believe that nothing is going to happen for you if you don't take action. So in this video today, I wanted to talk about finding your heck yes. And I want to talk about this in terms of alignment. I also want to talk about the difference between creating a vision, manifesting, planning, and then the execution. And specifically, I wanted to talk about alignment in a way that it helps you plan your business so that you have a heck yes for your business. So my tagline is helping smart working professionals create a simple business and a life that you love. When you can make decisions that are all in alignment with your business and then also in your life, I think something magical happens there where it's just like, yes, this is what I want to do. This is where the direction that I want to go in with my business. I love delivering the business in this way. Everything just sort of clicks and everything's amazing. And it's something that you feel like you can sustain longer term. And that is essentially, I think, the goal of creating a simple business and a life that you love, especially as a solopreneur who's kind of doing everything on their own. So finding your heck yes might be about finding your why, figuring out your passion, figuring out how you like to work with clients, understanding the kind of income that you want to generate and actually how to generate that. Choosing business activities that you can sustainably do day in, day out, because let's face it, a lot of times when you're building your online business, it is about mastering the mundane in order to succeed in your business longer term. And when things can fall into place for you like this, you essentially feel like the world is your oyster. You've got it in the palm of your hands. You are super excited about your business, about life, about everything that's kind of happening for you. Right? Which I think is an important piece to having a clear vision, being able to manifest what's coming to you. And there's that feeling that everything is just falling into place and you're just off and running in your business and everything just like, it just feels amazing. It just feels right. You know that you're on the right path. There's just this like click that you know you're on the right path. And when you can create a business that you're also going to love, then it is so much easier to sustain it on an ongoing level. So when I talk about business planning, I talk about business planning in a way that it's essentially a series of decisions that are all in alignment with each other. And then to me, that is like the perfect business plan. If you are enjoying this content, definitely hit the like button. So as we get into the content, I want to talk about alignment in about 4 or 5 levels. So the first level is around the manifesting and creating the vision. The second level is about the feeling that you might have around it, whether it feels off or whether it feels like a heck yes. The third level is starting to get a little bit more practical, and that's into the business planning. And the fourth level is around the actual doing and execution. And so we're going to look for alignment in all of those pieces. And all of those things together is what I believe encompasses your ability to manifest. Let's talk about the vision. I kind of interplay these things because I do feel like if you can get the vision right, then you're essentially aligned to manifest kind of what you want, right? So a lot of times we create a vision board or we write down a vision of what we want to achieve, but it might feel a bit off, right? It doesn't, like, you can say, yeah, that is what I want, but there's something kind of nagging in the back of your head that says like, oh, or in your heart or in your stomach or just some kind of, part of your body that is just kind of saying, oh, there's something a little bit off about that. But, maybe I'm supposed to have like that 7-figure vision or whatever, or the laptop on the beach kind of vision. So I'm just going to write it down because like that is like the ultimate, goal, right? But what I find is that may not necessarily be what your actual vision is for your life, but it might be more of a should, okay? Which brings me to the next level of alignment, which is around the feeling of it being off or it being a heck yes, okay? Now, this is where it takes a lot of awareness, but this is just, when you're looking at your vision, creating your vision for your business, outlining, where you want your business to look at the end of the year, how much income you want to make, what your day looks like, how you're spending your time, the kinds of business activities that you're doing. There's an element of wanting to be in your own awareness around the feeling that brings you. So I have in my 10-hour business week workbook, I have an exercise in there, and in my course and in my training, I talk about your return on energy. And essentially what that means is similar to your return on investment. You put money in, you want to get a certain return on that money when you invest in, I don't know, like a project or a service, right? When you're putting your energy into something, you want to have a certain kind of return to make you expending your own energy and time into that activity so that it feels great for one, and also it moves you toward meeting your business objectives. On the one side, you can ask yourself a question of how much a certain activity brings you joy and how much a certain activity brings you a return in terms of like profit or meeting business goals. And so you might find activities that they just don't bring me joy, but they're earning you a certain amount of income, or there's a certain business value or business benefit of doing those activities. And so it's really deciding what that trade-off is around how it feels in order to do it and what the return is. When you're monitoring how things feel for you, whether they feel off or whether it's a heck yes, that's a nice little measurement tool to say, all right, so this thing here doesn't necessarily bring me a ton of joy, but there is so much benefit to actually doing that activity. And that's a nice little test to decide, to make some decisions around, does it feel off or is it a heck yes? And you can kind of make those more tangible decisions around how it feels. Now, taking you kind of back to, and this is all working together, but taking it kind of back to crafting your vision and allowing yourself to manifest what's coming to you, having a good feeling about what you are doing is key to this. So those two elements essentially go hand in hand, right? So you set a vision for yourself. The vision has to feel amazing. And then practically, it should also feel amazing to do the thing. And often we don't even have a sense of how it's going to feel to do the thing that we need to do to build our business until we're actually doing the thing, and we realize or we learn from implementation that I love doing this every day, or I do not love doing this every day, or I can do this once a month and that's just what I have to do for my business and that's fine and I feel great about that, or I don't ever want to do that again and I either want to outsource it or I just don't want to have that associated with my business or in my life, or whatever decision that might be for you. So level 1, just to recap, is about manifesting and creating a vision that is aligned with who you actually are and what you are calling towards you. And where knowing what you want, what you really, really want, what you genuinely, authentically want is in that vision is the key to actually manifesting. And then that second part that I just talked about is that feeling, whether it's feeling off or whether it's feeling like a heck yes. So those two things work really, really well together. But I want to get into a little bit more of a practical approach. So that third level is about business planning. So business planning is all about making a series of decisions that are all in alignment. And if you can organize your plan, all the pieces of your business plan, your vision, your income goals, your pricing strategy, your marketing strategy, where you're going to be connecting with your clients, how you're going to be delivering value to your clients, how you decide to show up in the world, right? Whether what the social media platform that you choose to hang out on, or whether you choose to do your business in person, whether you do it local, whether you do it international, all of these elements are decisions that you need to make within your business plan that are essentially all in alignment. For example, let's say you want to reach 1 million people, but you're only doing your business locally. There's not a lot of alignment there, right? And maybe you would be delusional to think that, maybe you live in New York City, but maybe you are in a small town and reaching 1 million is kind of local people is quite delusional in your thought, right? So you're not necessarily gonna manifest that kind of result in your business. So also income, right? If you're saying that you want to earn 1 million, I'm going to use 1 million because I seem to be making 1 million right now. So if you want to earn $1 million in your business, but you only want to work like 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, that may not be a nice alignment in terms of the business plan. Okay. So all of the pieces of the business plan essentially have to fit together. So you want to create that vision, and you want that vision to feel really, really good. And then you're going to create your business plan. And so when you look at all of the elements of your business plan, you want all of those pieces to make sense with each other, right? So if you, for example, and I love this example because I take my clients through a series of questions in my private coaching intensives. And so what we'll do is we'll go through the business plan. We'll actually create an entire business plan together. And I will ask them first, how much income do you want to make in a month, right? And then we'll go into pricing the coaching packages. And then we'll go into establishing how many available hours in a week that they have to serve their clients directly. And then from there, then we will get into the details of their coaching program or their coaching offer or their training offer, because it's not just coaching, but you might offer workshops or webinars. You might have a different style of mentoring people in the expertise that you know. And then we'll really just look at the price point that they want, compare that to the income goals that they may have set for themselves for the month, look at the available hours a week that they have, and then also look at the actual value of the program that they're creating. So all of those pieces, unless they are all in alignment, it's going to be difficult in order for you to implement and actually realize what your goals are. So finding alignment in those pieces, but not just those pieces, it's those pieces plus all of the other elements of the business plan. Your marketing funnel, how you're going to reach out to people, where are you hanging out, what's your ideal client avatar, it's all of these pieces. So that's another level of alignment. The fourth level of alignment is all about the execution in reality. Okay, so the execution in reality. So let me break it down this way. If you love the title of my ebook, How to Thrive on a 10-Hour Business Week, and you're like, yes, that is what I want. I want to work 10 hours a week, right? And you apply my formula for time management, which is 60% of the time you're going to be marketing, 20% of the time you're going to be serving clients directly. The other 20% of the time is all about special projects and admin. So then you really only have those 2 available hours in a week to serve your clients directly. From those 2 hours a week, you need to establish what it is that you want to charge for your coaching programs, what kind of product you are actually selling, whether it's one-on-one courses, whether you're doing automation or whether you're doing organic marketing, and piece it all together so that it can be organized in a way that is realistic to your income goals. And not only to your income goals, but also to your lifestyle, so that it feels good to you. See, we're going back to that level 2 where it feels good to you to implement in those 10 hours a week that you're going to be implementing or executing on your business. So in the execution piece, what I find is that is where the most tweaking occurs. When you can set up your systems, figure out how you're implementing your business and actually mastering the mundane every single day. And I'm not saying it's going to be the same every day, but you want to be able to master at least your business hours within your week, but also your personal care, your lifestyle, the business choices that you make, all of that good stuff that is going to help you sustain your business. When all of that is in alignment and not just within that layer of execution, but then you can kind of bump it up to, okay, this is part of my plan and it's in alignment with my plan. So the execution has to be in alignment with the plan that you set out, and the plan that you set out has to be in alignment with the vision for your life and your business, which actually circles back to what it looks like in practical terms in execution. So we talk about manifesting, we talk about vision, we talk about planning and then doing. And to recap, manifesting is essentially that feeling or that practicality of being in alignment in all of those areas. So the universe does have your back, but nothing will happen for you if you don't take action. So keep taking action in your business, and I wish you a simple business and a life that you love. I will see you in the next video.